Yo, what's going on? I was not expecting to make another 2XKO video so soon, but they're back. As the tweet on the screen is saying, they're going to be at EVO, which is very, very good to hear. But even better to hear, they are going to be showing off more updates and pretty much a character tomorrow. They're being very coy about the updates, which I really wish they would say a little bit more, but I understand trying kind of the hype of trying to like make people want to watch it. Because personally, I'm really hoping for a date for a more like open beta system, because like they've had the alpha labs and the alpha labs have been great. I personally was in the first one, didn't get in the second one. But I want there to be some sort of open beta and some sort of like light at the end of the tunnel, because from what I've been feeling in terms of the sentiment around the game is that like it just needs to be out, which I don't disagree, and I hope that they are kind of recognizing that. Like, I'm not a doomer. I don't think like the Marvel Tokon's gonna like be the death of it or whatever. I'm not that type of person, but I do think they need to say something. I really think kind of no more just silence, like, period, I think is the big thing I would want to see. Like, I don't want them to be like, oh, we're going dark for another like a few months. Like, I want this to be like, hey, we're here, we have this character, we have this beta or something, and then like, because it was like mentioned that there's 10 characters, some sort of like timeline and like when we can think we can get to see more characters and like around a window when they'll release, because like we only have 2025. But if they're like, hey, we're gonna be like, it'd feel better to me if they're like, hey, we're aiming for November 2025, I'd be okay with that. But if they just don't say anything about it, that's when I might just be like, come on, like I wouldn't even believe it releases this year if that's the case. That being said, I'm very hopeful. I'm very excited. I will be watching this on stream. Yeah, I am just giddy on the fact that there's new news. I am so excited to get to see another character. Like, we get to see a new character. We pretty haven't gotten to like experience that for almost a year, it feels like, because we've known about Jinx for so long. So it'd be interesting to see like how much they go in depth, if it's just like the kind of Jinx reveal trail thing where it's like it's just revealing the character, or if we get to see more gameplay. I would assume we get to see more gameplay, because the other thing I would hope that they talk about is this being a new build for the EVO floor. I think the copium in me is like, that's gonna be some sort of beta build, or something close to it. I think that just kind of makes sense, at least in terms of the timeline from what I would imagine it would look like, because I would think there'd be some sort of beta August, September, and then the release after that, and however long they think they need until after the beta. But my big thing is just, hey, release it, let's get our hands on it, have us just be the testers, like be like an early access type thing, like at the end of the day, because if people want to play this game so badly, like I've seen a lot of like people hating it on Twitter and stuff, don't get me wrong, but like I've seen pro players, like especially like Guilty Gear, it's like, please save me and stuff like that. So like there's a lot of pro players who are really excited for this game. I think fighting game people should be excited for this game, because the one thing that I think the fighting game community forgets is how expensive our games are. And like for us, like again, I've bought every single Street Fighter 6 season. I have no regrets. I've put in, I think, probably upwards of like 300 hours in that game. I have zero regrets, and I paid even more money while I was in Japan playing on arcade cabinets. Like, I am okay with that cost because it brings me joy. For people trying to get into the game, or like trying to get friends into the game, I'd be like, hey, here's like $60 for a 2v or like a 1v1 game. it's tough. Like, I think Sajam even put it great. There is always a problem of getting your friend group, your Discord friend group, to play, like, I hate the term, but quote unquote friend slot games, like the Among Us, like Peak, Lethal Company. And, like, there's always that one guy that's like, I don't want to pay money for it. And it's like, it's $8. It's like, yeah, but I just don't want to pay money for it. If this game being free can get a lot of people into it, like, so it'll be very, very interesting to see that effect and kind of where it can take it. Because, like, if that changes the models of fighting games, that'd be awesome to make them a little cheaper. Like, because I was so sad to hear all this stuff about Net Impact, but it's like, Net Impact is, I think, the reason why people are scared of fighting games and buying fighting games. Like, it had terrible netcode. It doesn't teach you how to play the game. And it felt incomplete. Like, the combo trials were apparently a mess. So it's like, getting this free-to-play experience that's polished, has that Riot quality, has already established characters that people love, I think it can do wonders. It's not like the savior of the FGC or anything. I don't want it to be that, nor do I think it's going to be that. But I think it's going to provide a lot of interesting perspectives, and it'll be a very fun experiment at the least. But I want to compete in this game. I want to have fun. I want to play this game so much. So, thank you all for watching. I will have my Twitch in the link down below, just in case you want to watch me for some reason react to some of this stuff. I will also upload the reactions later, so don't worry about that. Yeah, also Pokemon stuff tomorrow too, which is really cool. I need to make sure the times don't coincide, but that's a future Lanky problem. Have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching this.